Dear friends, the good nutrition lies in nutritious, simple and sustainable eating towards sound and safe health. So here, we consider nutrition not a sector but a connector. If we preserve our nutritional ecosystem, we can go a mile to achieve a Sargun Sampann health. I am Dr. Arvind Kumar, President of India Water Foundation, a civil society and think tank based in New Delhi. Water is indispensable for the very survival of human beings and lies at the core of successful implementation of nutritional related aspects and even the SDGs. Achieving our goals should not go off track, especially to sustain the nutrition-linked SDGs in the last decade of actions. We have already opened new vistas of opportunity in water. How can we think about good health without availability of access of quality water? $1 million question indeed. Water conservation, education, Atmanirbhar Bharat and multitude of subjects have featured as in our Prime Minister's Mann Ki Baat edition, and the month of September has been declared as Poshan Maha by him, which is quite appreciative. I welcome the thought, and it is significant aspects towards nurturing life and nourishment for all. With the hashtag trending for vocal for local, a call has been given to go back to the roots of locally produced food, which is healthy and nutritious. Government is talking about procuring from local farmers, indigenous communities and institutionalized mandis to secure more from farmers. Fish, which is a staple nutritious diet of rural areas and also a coastal village, has recently witnessed a stimulus package of 20,000 crore for fisheries, which is a welcome move. But do we have ponds, wetland for the fish farming in the light of encroachment? Nutrition manifest in the plant, dairy and meat-based produce, and water is a critical input for agriculture, livestock and animal husbandry sector, which play an important role in a country food security. Or other hand, water footprint of meat industry is voluminous, but on the other hand, we face with water availability and scarcity issues. With what happened to our age-old thalis of nutrition? With the junk food in our wholesome thalis have withered away, and food conditioning has been taken place due to lifestyle changes both in urban and rural areas. Relatively little attention has been paid to nutritional dietary aspects. We should recall the time where our forefathers led a healthy life with simple eating and contented living. Who we supposed to blame? If we need answers, we need to go back to 70 years to the so-called golden days of green and white revolution. Calling this revolution a grand success is dubious because the focus was largely laid on the quality of agriculture produce, milk produce, and doubling farmers' income without much focus on qualitative aspects or any concern for water efficiency. Did we then realize आज का फायदा कल का नुकसान हो सकता है? Not many of us. This is because of our anthropogenic practices and some geogenic events. In fact, contamination found in human milk or excess pesticide in crops have a disastrous effect on human health. But with cause of intoxication and adulteration going hand in hand, the quality of milk is matter of concern. What are the factors at fault? Intake of what we consider a healthy food is grown in toxic field. of pesticides and chemical fertilizers with harmful chemicals leaching into the ground and affecting the quality of groundwater and also the soil health. Global Nutrition Report 2020 highlights 1 in 2 women as anemic and shows inequality in food, health and nutrition outcomes. So how do we realize the nutrition habit of the 1.3 billion on the basis of varied food patterns due to different geographies? In my opinion, building nutrition resilience should be a top priority for us. And my suggestion would be creation of a Health Nutrition Council or a committee to unify the common mandate of various ministries, schemes and initiatives towards a top-down approach combining the strength of the government and civil societies. At district level, we need coordination at ground zero level between district level administration and panchayats to avoid sector actor synergy. COCs like us as grassroots level connectors, and the state of Meghalaya is a living proof of our integrated efforts unifying water connected mission like Mission Organic, livestock, horticulture, forestry under a common platform. In fact, Sikkim has also emerged as India's first organic state, and such success stories have always found a place in our PM's talk and global best practices. If we have to realize our social goals from SDG 1 to 6, we need nutritional awareness, and especially amidst pandemic, good nutrition for health, immunity, access to potable water is necessary to prevent any illness. I would like to conclude that health and nutrition is critical to human well-being and cannot work in silos. Development is supposed to focus on three-dimensional approach: horizontal, vertical, and the third important aspect is going back to the roots. Dear friends, the need of the hour is investment, integration, and inclusive efforts in the realm of health, nutrition, and let's remember that while advancing our efforts, we need to ensure that no one left behind. Thank you.